Hey everyone, this is going to be a quick review on the CRKT Tactical Applications light. Now I've had this light for a year and a half and it definitely has some things I like and some things I don't like about it. The first thing I like about this light is that it is a good size. As you can see, it's slightly bigger than my hand. That's not a problem, but what I mean in size is the width. This is a very good size flashlight for carrying in a pocket, which is how I carry my flashlight. You can easily slip it in your pocket. If you need it, pull it out. It's not too big, too cumbersome. It just takes two CR123s. So as you can see, there's the batteries. Just slips right in there. And the body of the flashlight isn't much bigger than the batteries. This did have an awesome clip. I broke it when I was testing it, but it was a good clip. What I did was I put my finger under it and I pulled it up to see how good it would stay on, how good the clip was holding on, and it ended up snapping. I contacted CRKT and they were not able to give me a replacement, unfortunately. But I think the clip would have held on just fine had I not pulled on it. And it's not like I just grabbed it, hey, let's see if I can break it, and do that. I just pulled up slowly and all of a sudden snap. But as I said, it was a good clip. Another thing, now this could be seen as an advantage or disadvantage, is this has a lot of modes on it. So when you turn it on the high mode, as you can see, that's over 300 lumens. So the modes go like this. When it is clicked with the bezel out, so this can go in and out, as you can see, there's bezel in, there's bezel out. With the bezel out, you can push part way and it'll go to the high setting, which is 320 lumens. If you push all the way in, of course, it's going to stay constantly on. If you click it 2 times fast, it goes into a defensive strobe. If you push in part way on the first setting, you will get the first high beam setting, which is 320 lumens. You can push all the way in and it'll stay constantly on. Or what you can do is if you double press it really fast, it'll go into the defensive strobe. And if you press it twice and stay in, as you can see, it'll stay on the strobe. Now with the bezel pushed in, your first setting is going to be the low setting. As you can see, this may be good for if you're trying to maybe read something, because I find at times, especially on white paper, the high setting is just too much for actually being able to read things. It blurs everything out. It makes everything on the paper look white. So you may want this for that kind of thing. The medium I have found is good for that too. Now, your next setting is going to be the medium setting. As you can see, it's a little bit brighter. And this here is 10 lumens. Okay, so this is 10 lumens now. And as I said, I find this one here to be even better for if you're trying to read something on paper. This here is better, like this in the medium setting. Now the next setting is the high setting with the bezel clicked in, which is not the same as the high setting with it clicked out. With it clicked out, which is the first one, is 320 lumens. This here is 75 lumens, which is good. You may want to use this setting instead of the full 320 lumens. The nice thing about if you go to a setting like this is it doesn't strain your battery as much. Because I noticed that the battery, with the lower settings of course, will last longer than with the full setting on. The next setting now is an SOS strobe. So you turn it off, turn it back on, and there's SOS. So now you can, of course, pull it out, and now you go back to your full 320 lumens. That's all of the settings. The runtime of the batteries in the 320 lumen mode is 150 minutes. With this low light setting like this, the runtime is 286 hours. With it in the medium mode, the runtime is 40 hours. With it in the high mode with the bezel clicked in is 8.5 hours. And in the SOS strobe like this, the runtime is 26 hours. The finish is really good. As you can see, it holds up really well. You'll notice that I put some tape right here and right here. And the reason for that is very simple. You'll notice that there's knurling on the body of the flashlight, which is really good. It helps with your grip. But my issue with that is that there's times, let's face it, everyone does it, where you hold the flashlight in your mouth. Well, with the knurled body, I was worried about damaging my teeth. So I put this tape on here to help protect my teeth. Plus, another nice thing is that it creates a sort of finger groove right here. So you can put your index finger right there, you can put your middle finger right there, okay? And it works really well. A cool thing that I like about the finish is that you can see right here it says CRKT. And then when you flip it over, it says James Williams Tactical Application Light, and it has some kanji, and it says System of Strategy. And I made sure not to cover that up with the tape, just because, it looks cool. Another thing that I like about this flashlight is that with the bezel clicked in, say you go to medium mode, okay? Now you turn it off and you wait a couple seconds. Now from here, it's going to go right back to the low mode first. That is something I like. I've never liked flashlights where, say you put it on the high mode, you turn it off and you put it in your pocket. Then when you pull it out, you end up on the medium mode because it doesn't go back to the first mode. Now, on to things about this that I do not like. Things I don't like is, this here is very simple to use with the bezel clicking in and out, but the problem is I've found that in my pocket there have been times where the bezel clicks in. So, of course, in your everyday life this doesn't matter. You pull it out, say it's on low, okay, well no problem, pull it out, back to your high mode. But my problem is this. Say you're pulling this out in a defensive situation to put the light in someone's eyes, the way that this is designed to be done, then the problem is, imagine you pull it out and it's on low mode, not the high. That's not good. So that's one thing that I do not like. So definitely if you get one of these and you're planning to use it for defense, say you're walking in a parking lot, pull it out of your pocket, and make sure that that bezel is clicked out first. Now there's another thing about this flashlight that I do not like, and it's really unfortunate because this problem here just started happening to me, and I was about to do the review actually not too long ago and give it a really positive review, but this happened. So if you listen to the top right here, you'll hear rattling. That's not good. That's probably the little chip moving around in there. Now the problem with that is now that it does that, this is what happens. So remember, when we push in fully, the light should stay on. I pushed it in fully. And even worse now, I contacted CRKT to see if I could, get maybe just a replacement, piece right here, just the cap. Because, this is where, the chip and all that is for this, I would think. So I emailed them to see, could I get a replacement cap? They told me that this flashlight is now discontinued. So the problem is, they can't really give me a cap. They don't have parts for this. So, but now keep in mind though, there may still be places online selling these. But the good thing is that I told CRKT about this, and when I told them, they said if I send this to them, they will try to repair it, and if they can't repair it, they will give me a credit for as much as this light is, which is really good because I didn't spend as much as this light cost. When I got this light, I got it from Amazon for about 75 bucks, and straight from CRKT, this is a $120 flashlight. So if I send this to them and they can't fix it, they're going to give me $120 of credit, which I can use to get knives or whatever else they may have that I want. So I am happy about that. The customer service is good, and I've never had problems with CRKT customer service. It's just that now this here, I just don't like that. I can't recommend these. You may find these perhaps on, say if someone's trying to sell one of these, like maybe on eBay or something like that, or maybe there might be places that still have stock of these. I don't recommend them. Don't get it. Because, as I said, I've had this problem now with this working its way loose, and good chances is that CRKT isn't going to be able to fix that. Now, as I said, they're going to give me credit, which is good. However, that leaves me without this flashlight. Luckily, I have another one now that I can carry for now. So I hope you guys have found this review to be enlightening. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I'll see you in the next video. See ya!